everyone, Yōkai here. Today I'm going to be watching the 5th episode of the 2nd season of Made in Abyss. And last episode certainly was something, like, I think the name of it was Friends, but the episode wasn't quite as happy and cheerful as the impression that name might give you. Because we had Rig dealing with somebody who seemed to be familiar with him, but it was kind of a little odd. We're not really sure exactly what the deal is there, but she kind of abused him a little bit. Like, I think she stabbed into his belly button area. Was horrible. So we had, that thing with Reg, and then we had Rico doing her best to explore and stuff like that. Gets caught into a dark alleyway with a bunch of unsavory individuals. Things going in a pretty negative direction. Luckily got saved before things got too bad by the person that, tortured our little companion, like in a previous episode, but it's helping us now. It's all very, very strange, but it is what happened. And we on Nanachi's side of things, she actually hears about Needy being with Beloff, right? And I think that's actually what we ended off on. So yeah, we're kind of curious what that whole thing is about, considering we killed Needy like it was a big emotional thing in the first season. So still being around is a very strange thing. And we also got a quick shot of our red-haired girl, whose name I don't remember because I don't say her name enough, but she was like in a strange spot, like it looked like stuff was connected to her, almost like she was a power source of some sort. I mean, they already talked about how this place was made by the three stages, right? Which she's one of them, I think. And maybe that's her role, just keeping it all running as a power source. I don't know. I have very little to go on in the way of speculation about what's going on there, but I assume they'll elaborate on that in this episode. So, yeah, let's just jump on in, and hopefully we can get some more answers in this episode. So, 3, 2, 1, play. Yeah, that big old snake. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's still nice to see Meaty, but gotta be a really complicated feeling. Closed cradle. Now there she is. Yeah, like she has things, looks like they're connected to her. I don't know what the little Digimon around her. Like it looks like the baby form that, Kodomon, Agumon, the baby form of that line of Digivolution. It kind of looks like that thing. If I had to describe it as something. The transition there is just so cool. And it goes by really quickly, but do we see Meaty in that one shot with Nanachi? Yeah, you even get to see the mother a little bit. Such a good opening. Concealment. Okay. That's definitely a promising title. So, Reg, what are you up to? I guess I answered that question. Really gotta be careful around here. Understandable. They were quite pretty. Hello. Hopefully they're not running away from something. Because, yeah, it kind of reminded me of a scene from Jurassic Park 2. Or one, it was one of them. A bunch of dinosaurs run by and then a T-Rex comes, It was probably the first one now that I think about it. I don't know. It's not important. But yeah, that thing is big. You can see Reg next to the arm for scale. That might as well be a dinosaur. Oof. Oh, wow, that was an impressive block. Uh, it made some real damage too. That's a real threat. Imagine if that hit the fleshy bit. Would have made what Fapuchi did not look that bad, Faputa. Or maybe you're about to fall to your death and he didn't want to follow you. Okay. Oh, that was the big guy, right? Yeah, the one was with Faputa. I was like, that's Regu's arm, but it's not coming out of Regu. And then I remembered there was another guy that was kind of like him. The Robo. Wait, I must converse with you. I removed you. I mean, yeah, apparently. Well, I mean, he did say it was lost. We're kind of putting a lot of faith in you right now. But he did save him, so guess might as well trust him. But man, yeah, this thing is so tough. I feel very reassured to have a partner like that. Yeah, I was trying not to think about that. Okay. Really gotta watch yourself, Rick. Just put into a pile of junk. Shoro. Just tell me. Interference units. You're throwing a lot of words at me. Okay. Well, this one does. Yeah, that's the next natural question. Just think it's just such a powerful ally. Just chucks the enemy away. Right. Are you enjoying your meal? As mamas. Yeah. Handshake? I mean, that wasn't really a handshake, but I guess kind of a high five, sort of. That was something. I guess that went well. Squeaks. She doesn't really have anywhere to be. Okay, so we are going to delve into that. Yeah, do they have any textbooks? Jaakko Pufu? Yeah, that's the name of the village. "10% mother." Okay. Yen me. Take a while to remember all this. But I'm sure Rico can get this down in like a day or two. Maybe get some cheat sheets, you know. A belly rub. Like it's a pet. I need an adult. They have their own abyss. Sacrifice hole, that sounds horrible. Dogupu. Right. I feel nervous seeing her do this sort of thing without Reg with her. And it's so dark down here. That's gross. You probably don't want to know what that is. Let's just hope it's just mud. Oh, this might be the place that, yeah, the red-haired girl sage is. But, yeah, Ma's a little bit scared. Yeah, this is definitely the place. Oh, there she is. That's some kind of unsettling chanting she's doing. But, there she is. And she really looks like she needs a nap. And is it gonna... Okay. For a second I thought the episode was gonna know. We got plenty of time. She does. She needs a haircut. I mean, the social awkwardness just makes you cuter, don't worry about it. Veko, okay, I think I can remember that. You're definitely the most human-looking person we've seen here. Is that what that was before singing? Whatchamacallit? This sticky place. Don't scare her. But seriously, this girl needs a nap. Yeah, the language. I mean, she seems to speak Japanese just fine, but... Jessie. Yeah, I had a feeling those were stuck in there. Yeah, it's just like a prison or... Because, you know, that's also another possibility I didn't think about. Okay, so she's against it. Yeah. I mean, I've seen worse places out there, but I wouldn't call it great. I wouldn't say that. Yeah, we're taking these off. You're coming with us. We'll get you out of here, get you some sunlight, get you a bed. She is the best. Are you okay? Yeah, longing, that's, what brings people to the abyss to begin with. Nobody said I would have to climb. I actually really wasn't expecting to take her out of the hole, like, in this episode. Like, things are moving more quickly than I expected in that regard. Okay, looks like we found something. Her hair, she really does need a haircut, though, like, seriously. That doesn't sound good. Sounds vaguely illegal, too. Right, isn't that where Nanachi is? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they might have a thing or two to say about it. Yeah, feel much better. That door is just... It's like a giant butthole we're walking into. What does that mean, Rico? You're our interpreter. Nanachi, how are you doing? Are you taking a nap? Hopefully she's okay. I imagine Rico would be surprised to see media as well. Was that a tear, or...? Man, how is this gonna go? Sold themselves? That doesn't sound good. Uh... So... Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but, like, this essentially means losing Nanachi from the group, doesn't it? Yeah, now I think about it, I guess she technically never saw Midi. But, I don't know. Is there a chance here? We are familiar with him. A real immortal. In a jar. Okay. Well, damn. So that's how this was made possible. Yeah, I mean, it sounded like it's gotta be a lot. I mean, we can't do that. I don't think that would be anywhere near enough. Yeah, what you described is really not that valuable. Well, we successfully haggled down a little bit, but all those things are pretty important. Like, we're gonna end off here, aren't we? Yeah, man, that second half went by so much quicker than the first half. But I mean, remember back when just losing an arm was the worst thing, right? Luckily, we managed to save it, but what we're talking about here is losing a lot more. Man, what a decision Rico has to make here. The luring, that was mentioned earlier in the episode. Did they actually clarify what that was? I think that's, yeah, that's everything. Okay. Okay, well, that was the 5th episode of Made in Abyss Season 2. Things are definitely continuing to move forward. Like, we had a lot of information in this episode, I would say. Like, I mean, for one thing, we had the regular stuff, right? We learned about the kind of what his species, whatever you want to call it, is called, and the kind of how they, like in each layer, they don't cross layers and stuff like that. But also mentioned something about the creator and possibly having a different creator. All really interesting stuff that I do hope we can get some clarification on going forward. But yeah, interference units, yeah, that's what it was called. Definitely really interesting, and this thing is just so badass. It just smacks away enemies like it's no big deal. Like, if we're gonna go through the abyss, I'd want to go right in this thing. Like, that would be so much better, really. But yeah, definitely, because Ray still has a lot of memories he doesn't really have access to, so yeah, it's cool kind of getting closer and closer to really figuring out what he's all about. But yeah, we also had Rico doing her thing, trying to learn the language, eating food, trying to just explore, right? Like, even though we're technically already in the abyss, we kind of went into like another abyss. It was interesting, because I guess you can always go down further, you know, at the end of the day. But yeah, she went down there looking for the friends, and they were not down there. But she did find Vera, something like that. Yeah, and you know, my battery theory, I guess, is not true. I guess it was a bit of an alternate thing where it's like more or less a prison. I guess it was treated as, because I guess she's like was like against the village and all that, and they just kind of stuck her down here essentially. I really wasn't sure what to expect from her personality-wise, because obviously a lot of time has passed since we saw her in the flashbacks and stuff like that. But yeah, I was very intrigued by her overall personality and disposition here. You know, very like fidgety and awkward, right? Like, I don't know, I got a lot of entertainment just watching her really interact with Rico. Like, I don't know, I got a kick out of it. But she definitely does not seem like a bad person as she described herself, but Rico doesn't care either way, just tearing apart those restraints, which are pretty fragile, at least when she tries to break them. I guess less fragile if the person trapped is trying to break them. But yeah, we broke her out of there, got her out, got her some clothes, and not exactly sure where we go from here with her, but because she was kind of made to wait outside when we went inside to find Nanachi. And yeah, Nanachi is not in a great position. Like, she essentially gave up herself to be with Midi and help Midi and all that. But that means we basically lose her as a party member, right? And that's really not ideal. So Rico's trying to figure out how to fix this, but like it's not an easy thing to do. Like, all these sacrifices have been pretty big. Even Belov talked about losing all his limbs and stuff like that to get Midi, and then Nanachi gave up pretty much everything she had for Midi. And like, we got Rico here being like, hey, if I cut off some of my hair and my fingernails, is that good? Like, obviously it's not, you know, nowhere near. She was successfully able to haggle down, right? But still, like, everything that was described as being given up, they're pretty important to, especially if you do want to explore, right? Like, your legs, your arms, your eyes, they're all really important stuff. I mean, maybe you can get away with the eyes if you have somebody to help you in that regard, to guide you, right? But like, the arms are like, arms and legs are like invaluable. Like, you can't, I guess you could maybe get mechanical ones. I don't know how feasible that is really. But assuming that's not an option, the eyes would probably be one of the better things to do. But yeah, it's quite a situation we're in, really. It is interesting to hear just how valuable Midi was to the masked man, as they call him, right? I'm willing to give him up, but yeah, like this is a pretty pivotal point right here. Whatever Rico decides, it's gonna have a massive impact on the future for sure. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how this works out. But yeah, next episode, I guess we get to learn more about the luring. That's something. But yeah, thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.